Previously on Cosmic Coffee. I have to make a decision that will inexorably alter the course of my life. Okay, this is it. I choose to deliberate just a little bit, a wee tiny bit more. Hold up, pause. God, it's possibly overthinking time. Hopefully it's just wise contemplation time. Why am I struggling to make this simple decision? Well, let's look at it this way. Let's say you're God. What's the one thing that you lack? Careful now. Don't worry, big fella. It's nothing. The answer's nothing. God has no limitations. What a narcissist. What? Nothing. I said nothing. You're perfect. I'm dead. Just one of my many limitations, I guess. I'm mortal after all. The upside is that having limits gives my choices significance. This adds a lot of weight to making them, of course, which is one of the reasons why I might be hesitant to pull the trigger. Regardless, we're required to make decisions all the time. For example, how should I present the information that I think is important in this video? Was drawing myself and pretending that God killed me really the best way to get my point across? I don't know. Which is another limitation. We're not omniscient. We're not, nor could we ever be aware of all the factors at play when it comes to making a choice.
Possible.
The ultimate brute fact. The intuition is a sacred gift, and the rational mind a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Albert Einstein. It's time to remember who or what is running this show. So, how do we proceed? We take whatever information we have at hand, and then we make our best guess from there. Ultimately, we've got to go with our gut instinct. We have to be willing to follow our intuition in the face of uncertainty. The alternative is to not trust yourself. And as Alan Watts has said, if you go down that road, you won't even be able to trust the fact that you don't trust yourself. That's the game that we're playing. We're finitude, grappling with eternity. That's the adventure of being God, but pretending that you're not. Challenging your limitations is all part of the fun, boys. You could even say that's why we're here. So in the end, you got to proceed without being 100% certain about what you're doing. This has definitely been a challenge in the past. I've been stuck in superposition for a while now. I could be anything, I just can't be everything. I'll leave that role to God. I'll be with him again soon enough, I'm sure. Presently, I should probably focus on one main thing, like living a good life, whatever that means. Now, I could put off this decision forever, and sometimes I feel that way, but not making a choice is still a choice, and it's just not a very interesting one. Be decisive. It's worse to be irresolute than wrong. If you don't know how to pronounce a word, say it loud. Why compound ignorance with immutability? You say yes to one thing, and that's literally a no to everything else. Alright, we've reached the that's a little bit too much information inexplicable oversharing section of our presentation. I was trying out No Nut November like this November. It's a NoFap thing, meaning, no wanking for a month. I lasted 3 days. Yeah. A lot of self-flagellation in more ways than one. Now think of the opportunity cost here. I could have been making this video instead of waiting till the last minute. I could have been sleeping. So many other great options, but instead I went on a 5-hour porn binge, and I'll never ever get that time back. It's tough, but I've got to make peace with all my decisions, good and bad. Every moment, whatever you're doing, celebrate and savor that moment. Relish it. Understand that you choose to do that thing, whatever it is, over all other possibilities in existence. And you're always choosing something. Don't like where you're at? Well, only you have the power to change the direction that you're headed. Remember though, don't wait too long. You're here for a limited time only. This is the profound responsibility and privilege of being alive. The freedom to choose. Man is condemned to be free, as Jean-Paul Sartre put it. Sure, you can't always change your external circumstances directly, quickly, or easily, but you can control how you respond to them, and thus eventually alter them in some way. You'll f*** up a lot. So just be the best possible, limited, and perfect thing that you can possibly be. Now it's time to choose your path, my friend. Be open. One of the most important things in life is what Judge Learned Hand described as that ever gnawing inner doubt as to whether you're right. I have a long and storied history of being wrong. Saul Alinsky. Once upon a time, in the apartheid days probably, we believed that there was no such thing as black swans. This is because the only swans that anyone had ever encountered from Europe were white. This held true until Australia was discovered. Aside from providing a handy place to house the world's prison population, we also found black swans there. That's right, this was the inspiration for the dreaded and sometimes desirable black swan event. In philosophy, this is called the problem of induction. Just because every day throughout all recorded history we've collectively witnessed the sun come up, doesn't mean that it will continue to rise every day, always and forever. It's reminiscent of that old investment advice. Past performance is not a reliable predictor of future results. All beliefs are provisional. The only guarantee we can rely on is that there are no guarantees. So, we need to be prepared to change our approach at any given moment. This is what I love about life. There are always these dynamic opposing tensions that require reconciliation. We need to trust ourselves enough to be decisive about what we want.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
And at the same time, we need to remain open to the possibility that we might be totally misguided in our vision and or approach. I'm a motherfucking walking paradox, trying to find the Goldilocks zone by balancing out decisiveness and openness. For any of this to be meaningful, I actually have to make a decision. What do I want? Try not to laugh. I want to attain enlightenment. It's apotheosis or bust for me. To get there, I'm going to experiment with different paradigms and heuristics. I'm going to try out different philosophical positions and then take actions related to whatever worldview I'm holding at the time. I can't do them all, so I'll do the ones that I feel will be most useful. My hunch is that this will get me closer to my ultimate goal. Now, just what I mean by enlightenment exactly is a story for next time. Hope to see you then. In the interim, party on, dudes.